universe is crazy and I don't know what to do. So I made a podcast for me and for you. Pizza sauce and diggly digs, everybody loves the digs. Japanese girls and 80s flicks, rock and roll like Stevie Nicks. Mafia humors, elder rules, telling you what's wrong with school. Bruno James and Dan Marino, talking shit on people we know. Hockey fights and cracking beers, living life without no fear. Oh, my brain, what's inside? I don't know what to write.
Like weird Japanese shit.
Turtles and Hot Pockets. If you don't like those, I don't want to be friends.
Hey, welcome back to the show. I don't know how anyone could say they have like a favorite meal. It's such an impossibility and such a bullshit. Anyone that tells you they have a favorite food is an asshole, because you put that shit fuck on an island and tell them they could eat that favorite food. Day 2, they're already going to be bitching. They're like, God damn, I'm sick of this. It's like, we have too many options. We think our favorite food's our favorite food, but I'm telling you, 3 times a day, 2 days tops. Anybody that could last a week is already like a mental patient. But I don't know why I thought of this. Well, I was watching these awesome food videos and I was cooking, and but just had this slamming chicken. Well, I'll call it chicken Caesar wrap because it's kind of gotten the penultimate in terms of the rap game. The rap game. I'm not talking about, the rap game, on the streets with the Snoop Dogg and such. I'm talking about breakfast wraps, lunch wraps, really lunch wraps, any kind of wrap with some lettuce. Anyway, chicken C's kind of took control of that whole field, the whole rap game. Jesus. I had a Crips, they're going to take me out. The Crips, the Bloods, the Crips. I don't know. I just made this killer wrap, but it wasn't a chicken Caesar wrap. I used an oil and vinegar, but then I got some secret ingredients nobody knows about. Makes it amazing. But it blew my mind. Like, I pan fried the chicken, and like you asked me for a wrap like a week ago, I would have gagged. Like, I was all pizzaed up. All I wanted was like pizza and grime and like soups and stuff. I don't know. That's what I wanted. Now I'm all about that. It just takes a little bit of sunshine. And I'm like, I want some lettuce in my life. I want some greasy shit on top of it. It was like, that's basically what that's the extent of most people's salad intake in the US is like, I eat lettuce. It's like it's on top of a fucking pile of grease named a burger with like bacon and 19 types of sauces. Like, you ain't eating lettuce, dickhead. Oh my God. That was part of the burp was part of the character I was doing. The average American salad consumer. But my buddy asked me like, what would be your last meal, dude? Like, as if like me and him are going to be on death row at some point because we threw a snowball at his neighbor or something like it. It's outlandish. But he asked me anyway, and I was like, I have no idea, dude. I was like, it would be whatever I'm into at the time. You know what I mean? Which could be like a Nerd's rope and a Snickers. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't have a clue day to day. Like right now, I'm all pumped up on Japanese food, which doesn't take a lot. If you know anything about me, again, I'm a bit of a Japanophile, but I just love the cuisine, having, lived there and all this stuff. And they really elevate it. Either way, I haven't had it in a little bit. I was eating like more hearty food, soups and stuff. I'm pumped. Tomorrow I'm going to get sushi. I'm going to make soba. I'm going to make some inari rolls. Like, I'm pumped. And I always have like, right now I got like half a case of Asahi just on standby in the garage. It's the best call ever. Having like, this is when you got a beautiful, loving, the best fucking woman you could ask for. When she surprises you randomly, multiple times this has happened. Once, the last was for my birthday. But there's a time before that where I was like, oh, we were making Japanese food. I was like, I could really go for an Asahi. I guess I'll like go out and get some. I don't really feel like moving, but whatever. Like, to complete this meal, I really need this pairing of this beer. Like, if the meal's a 7, it'll take it to an 11. Like, it's just going to be that much better. And she goes, what do you want? What? Like as if she didn't hear. She's like, what? You want Asahi? Is that what you want? And she disappeared. And I was like, what? She had a whole case of my favorite Japanese beer stowed away in her mother's garage. Genius. I mean, the level of love and commitment and just brilliance. I'm feeling great. Woke up, big win by Tottenham. Tottenham had a big win after last week's bullshit. You know, it was like, I don't even know when it was. Maybe it was last week or 2 weeks ago. They beat Man City, and I was all pumped. And I was like, but they're the perfect Philly team. They beat the best, they lose to the worst. Like that should be the slogan of every Philly team. Literally beat the best. Next week, play the last place team, and they lose. I mean, they had like full possession of the ball and control the whole game. It's just one of those they couldn't put it in the back of the net, and a team held them off with, a little bit of luck. It happens. And, they got one of their own. It was just one of them games. This week they come out against Leeds, which is kind of a hurting team, probably better than Burnley though. And they bury them. It was so good. Like every goal was great. The new guys are hitting on all cylinders. I don't know if anybody cares about this shit. Probably not. But I love it. I just love it. I don't know. I'm so back into Premier. You know what? It's a really weird thing too, is like momentum, which is, kind of everything. But like the momentum of being into something. But then also these like non-existent entities, like these sports leagues aren't like a tangible thing. Like it's a bunch of tangible things like teams, gear, managers, bats, human beings, all this stuff put together to form this league, just like countries. But they don't really, exist anywhere. We can't go like, where's the NFL? Like, what is the NFL? Can I touch the NFL? It's like, where's the MLB? Like all these things. It's, contractual human agreements and all this stuff to builds this thing that we all agree upon exists. But the odd thing is that something like that can have momentum because it isn't a real thing. But like you can feel it like when these leagues take a break, and it's like this weird lull. And then when it's important and all the games matter, it's like a weird thing that like just a bunch of like adult human beings could be in a professional sports league. And just because they give a shit, and I guess the fans give a shit, like we give meaning to the whole thing, which is pretty wild. Like just people's anticipation of this building thing of like, they got to win this game, or this is a big one. Or it's like, this thing is like, it's so weird. This is like a human collective. Say what you will about sports. If you don't give a shit, whatever, there's such a energy behind them. That's awesome because like, I truly am probably a person who doesn't give a shit about sports, even though here I am yapping my gums off, but I don't play fantasy. I don't even know the names of half of the players in any sport, no matter what. I just don't care. I got a couple of teams I like from my city, and, I like soccer and tennis and a few things. I'm into them, as a spectacle. I love like the Tour de France, but again, I don't follow it. Like I know every guy, I know maybe a handful, but Julien Philippe, is that his name? I don't know. The one French dude, he won a bunch of stages. He won the 1 year and then he's kind of dropped off and just been like winning stages. Either way, the thing is, even though me being a person who doesn't care, I appreciate the human element of it. I appreciate the currentness of it. Like a sporting event is now, like it's live, as they say, it's the best live, entertainment. But not only is it live, like it's attached to this schedule thing of like shit that's happened in the past, because those games matter, the record matters in the future. Like there's that whole aspect of it. I love the battle for position and all that, but and I love watching it when it's super entertaining, but it's just so weird that it has a momentum. And I don't know, I guess everything does. That's what I'm trying to ride those waves. Watched this movie the other night. Oh, The Nice Guys. We didn't watch it. The Nice Guys, whatever. It was what it was. But it was one of those movies that both me and my girlfriend woke up and the next day we were like, I feel like it's gotten worse. Like literally I watched it, was like, oh, it was pretty good. And the next day I woke up and was like pissed off for some reason, just like, fuck that movie. Like it wasn't bad in any way, but it wasn't good either. It's like nothing really happened. I'm still on backgammon. I still never learned how to play. This is what happens in life. I want to watch this movie, Midnight Run. Midnight Run looks pretty cool. But, I don't know how it holds up. I think it holds up pretty well, but you never know. Yeah, I guess I'm getting into like movies again. It's just that downtime kind of reality. Oh, yeah, it's the Midnight. What am I watching? This Booksmart. We watched this too. I don't know if we're just dicks or we're really hard critics. What was this from 2019? I don't think we're the hardest critics. But like we watch these and maybe they're just poorly made trailers, or maybe trailers have gotten so good in the last 3 years. Like they really know how to hook us now, like just they're basically brainwashing us to watch shit on Netflix that we don't even want to watch. I don't know. But we watched this and I was just like, meh. I actually didn't even say it first. My girlfriend did. She was like, yeah, it looks whatever. Like it looks like nothing happens. Like, I don't know how this shit's getting made. I don't know. I don't give a fuck, but it's so much shit that like, how can you find the good stuff? That's my whole life's journey. Trying to find the good stuff. And I'm not sure what the good stuff is because a lot of stuff that's the good stuff probably paid to get itself written up in some article. And, you try it and you go, yeah, this is the good stuff. Oh, yeah. Where'd you hear? Oh, somebody told me about it. And it's like, was that somebody GQ? Which like maybe they're spot on. Maybe it's paid for to do the story, or it's that writer's, bias. I don't know. But I feel like serendipity is the only way to find the good stuff. You just have to come across the good stuff. And, that might be somebody's advice. They tell you something, they give you some, but not always. I feel like you got to serendipitously kind of come across things on your own. I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. But I found this YouTube channel, Japanese Noodles, Udon, Soba, Osaka, Nara, which I guess means this whole channel is just about udon and soba around Osaka and Nara region of Japan. You click on this shit. It's amazing though. They show you the whole process, the restaurants opening up. Like these are like 30-minute videos on these dudes making like a single dish, or some of them it's like multiple dishes that these are. It's unbelievable. Like they make each dish in a little bowl, like by hand. Each bowl is like hand crafted, the broth, and they have a stock and everything, but like each bowl, it's not like a line where they're just like, put this, jam that, jam. The dude was mixing up curry in his own pot. Like it was just so wild. Look at this one's got 11 million views, 12 million. Like, I don't know who's watching this shit. I guess just foodies. I don't know why I'm watching it, but I love it. Look at all these channels of just noodles. There's a whole subculture. 3,000. This guy sucks. I'm looking for 100,000 or above for tempura bento. Like how much? It's wild. This one's Japanese noodles udon soba. It's got 183. Udon soba. Look at these shits. This guy don't even have. Where's his videos? And like, it's so weird that like the chefs and shit really let them like come back. So it's like, who's filming these? Like these like professional YouTube channels. It seems damn good. Like everything, that the quality of all of it is so high end, but they're filming the whole like restaurant shit. It's like, how do you have time to do this? You know what I mean? Unless they're making money off of this, but it seems like, how do you have the time to just like full on film a restaurant? Oh, God damn it. Every step of the it seems outrageous. Oh my God, this food. I don't know why I'm doing this to myself. Where is this? I don't know. I don't know why I'm doing this to myself. Every aspect of this looks like the fucking Italian market. And Oh, I know where this is. Looks like the Italian market in Philly, like the corrugated. I love that look, like this metal corrugated shit, just the drop lights. It's such an awesome market feel. So many areas in Asia use like this corrugated. You know, that's the weird thing in life. Like, who gives a shit? Well, it's not the weird thing, but like, I like these metal doors. I love these metal doors. They're so kick ass. And then like people look when there's graffiti on them and shit. Oh, when you walk around the city at night, it's like a whole new place. You know, instead of these storefronts, you got like graffiti. That whole differential experience of a city during the day and night has to be one of the coolest things. It's a totally different place. It looks different, smells different, sounds different. Just, it's got a whole different life and feel to itself. Daytime, nighttime in a city. Like, of course, everything does. A forest, you know, a desert. But a city is so weird because it's all manufactured, like meaning none of it's the course of evolution that, of course, day and night have nocturnal animals and this shit, all that stuff. A city is like a fabricated ecosystem. And we've kind of learned to be this night thing or like were people like being a night owl. Was that always a thing? Like, were there some elements of human tribes that were people that were like, you know, they were like, get up for the hunt. And they're like, fuck no, dude, I'm staying in. Like, nah, I'm staying until like at least 11. Like, what's 11? I'm staying up until the sun's fucking over there. Shut the hell up and get away from me. Sun's only over here right now. My sun alarm didn't go. Like, you know what I mean? It's weird. So was that always a thing? I don't know. And there were other people who were like up super late and they're like, we'll keep watch. I don't know, but this kind of corrugated metal sheeting stuff. Is this Big Power something? Big Power Soba? I can't read this shit anymore. I don't know. I used to. Somewhere here's alcohol. Kare udon. So many of these places look the same. I don't want to just cover Japan shit again, but like, this is just what I'm into. I kind of just fell into it. YouTube told me this is what I'm into. YouTube told me this is what I like. So that's what I like. I never seen it with like the fried onions and shit on top like that, but it looks so good. Oh my God, everything looks so good. The thing is the same thing. Like going back, Kitsune udon. Kitsune udon's like the udon with like the sweet tofu, deep fried tofu. This is like they use on the inari rolls where they shove the rice in there, but they put them on top and it's like this sweet. So I realized too, like one of the keys to like cooking, which they like, you got to learn the basics. That you got to like have ingredients that other people don't know shit about, that you know how they're used. Like this adds this adds this, and you got to have those, and you just got to use the shit out of them. And everyone's like, what the fuck is this? That's what you got to do. I think I'm going to scratch this whole thing though. What the fuck is this? I'm beat. I think I can stay up. So fuck it. I'm putting the kibosh on this whole thing. This is what it is. I'm done. I can't stay up any longer.
Rock and roll, baby.
I gotta get a Sambo. Here's the thing.
Yeah, man, come on. Yeah.
Everyone thinks not doing shit's easy, but it's not. Fucking
I'm
like,
gonna get weird and go paint some stuff.
That's enough of this bullshit for one day.
sometimes you just gotta slam them fuckers. Oh, sure.